As part of the Big Data Analytic course, today we are going to discuss about modules of Hadoop and building blocks of Hadoop. Objectives. The objectives of this lecture is to discuss modules of Hadoop and associated building blocks. Modules of Hadoop. Hadoop is divided into HDFS and MapReduce. HDFS is used to store the data and MapReduce is used to process the data. In latest versions of Hadoop, a new module YARN is introduced. Yet another resource negotiator is used to schedule jobs and manage the cluster. It is present in Hadoop 2.2 and 3.0 versions. Now we will see the modules of Hadoop in the figure. It has two layers. Hadoop distributed file system is developed on the basis of Google File System. It states that the file is broken into blocks of data that is stored over distributed architecture. MapReduce. This is a framework which helps Java programs to do parallel computation on data using key-value pairs. The mapper task takes the input and converts into dataset which can compute key-value pairs. The output of mapper task is consumed by the reducer task. Then the reducer task output is the desired result. In order to store and process the data, Hadoop has some building blocks. These are also shown in the figure. These building blocks are known as daemons of Hadoop or services in Hadoop. Now we will see the modules of Hadoop in detail. Firstly, HDFS. HDFS is used to store data using distributed file system design. It runs on community hardware. Unlike other distributed systems, HDFS is highly fault tolerant and designed using low-cost hardware. Here are some features of HDFS. It is fault tolerant, high available and scalable, high reliable, replication and data storage. Data storage in HDFS. HDFS holds a very large amount of data and provides easier access. To store such huge data, the files are stored across multiple machines. These files are stored in redundant fashion to reuse the system for possible data losses in case of failure. HDFS makes use the application available for parallel processing also. Files in HDFS are split into blocks before it's stored into cluster. The size of the blocks is 64 MB or 128 MB. The blocks belongs to one file are stored in different nodes. Blocks are replicated to ensure high reliability. We can see the slide how 1 TB of data is divided into blocks. These blocks are stored in the cluster of nodes. To understand HDFS in deeper, we have to understand the daemons of Hadoop. Building blocks of Hadoop. Hadoop has 5 building blocks. These are also called as daemons of Hadoop. There are name node, secondary name node, data node, job tracker and task tracker. Each daemon runs separately in its own JVM. We will discuss about name node, secondary name node, data node here because they are associated with HDFS. The building blocks of HDFS. The building blocks of HDFS is divided into two services. One is master service and second one is slave service. Here, name node acts as master and data node acts as slave. They can talk with each other. Name node. It is the bookkeeper of HDFS. It keeps track of how your file is broken into blocks, which node stores those blocks, and the overall health of the distributed system is maintained by name node. Whenever the slave node does not sense heartbeats in regular intervals, it duplicates the slave with a new one. Data node. Each slave machine in HDFS hosts data node daemon. Reading and writing HDFS block is done by using this service. When you want to read and write HDFS file, the file is broken into blocks and the name node tells the client which data node each block resides in. Client communicates directly with the data node daemon to process local files corresponding to the blocks. Data nodes are constantly reports to the name node. This report contains the information of the block that currently stores. Secondary name node. It is an assistant daemon for monitoring health of the HDFS service. It communicates with the name node to take the snapshots of metadata file in regular intervals. Whenever the name node failure occurs, it helps to reconfigure the cluster. Now we will discuss the module of MapReduce. A MapReduce is a data processing tool which is used to process the data parallelly in a distributed form. One of the significant challenges of big data is processing and accessing data efficiently. Now we will see how MapReduce works. In MapReduce, the processing logic is sent to different slave nodes and then the data is processed parallelly across different nodes. The processed results are sent back to the master where the results are matched. The response is sent back to the client. The entire process is illustrated in this slide. Now we will discuss about building blocks of MapReduce. Here we have two services, one is job tracker and second one is task tracker. Both are used for processing data stored in HDFS. Here job tracker acts as master and task tracker acts as slave. Job tracker. Job tracker receives requests from the MapReduce execution from the client. Job tracker talks to the name node to know about the location of the data that will be used in processing. The name node responds with the metadata of required processing data. Task tracker. It is the slave node for the job tracker. It will take the task from the job tracker and also receives the code from the job tracker. Task tracker will take care of the code and apply on the file. The process of applying the code on the file is known as mapper function. Finally, we are going to summarize our discussion. We have two modules in Hadoop, HDFS and MapReduce. HDFS is for storage of data and MapReduce is for processing of data. In order to execute these tasks, we have building blocks. Name node, data node, secondary name node associated with HDFS. Job tracker and task tracker are associated with MapReduce. Name node and job tracker acts as master services and data node and task tracker acts as slave services for corresponding modules. In coming video, we are going to discuss about MapReduce phases and example of MapReduce with word count. Thank you.